My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is June 13, 2023. It is 1:05 a.m. There's a couple articles that I shared with you on my community board, which I have not read yet, and I would like to go over, and some minor tweets that I came across. Maybe if I have the time and energy, I'll share them with you. But majority of the ones that I have, the things that I have for this video, I've shared some of them on my community board. All right, let me go over this really quickly, and I hope other Sussex Squad channels were talking about them. Like for instance, this one. So there was a warrior game, pretty much. So Harry was there, okay? And this I've shared on my community board before Harry went to the US, before Harry married Meghan, and after. So there was some stuff the squad were discussing. So these, I think one of them or both of them I share on my community board. But let me share the first tweet that I really want to go over. It's a Byline article. This one I share with you on my community board, and I would like to read it so I have an idea what it said, because it has to do with IPSO. Okay, surprise, surprise. Press self-regulation turns out again to be no regulation at all. From small papers like the Jewish Chronicles to big one like the Sun, IPSO just can't stop them doing what they want. All right, let's see here. I'll read some. Oh, okay, so this is the comment here. We have known this for many, many years, thanks to Card Cameron. It's the Clarkson debacle and the 2,500 complaints made that expose them to being the shame that they are, useless as they were purposely designed to be. What can be done about this? And I've mentioned IPSO many times on my channel because Harry had gone to them many times and explained to them about some papers and all of that. Not explained, complained to them some stuff that was said about him and things like that. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know if there is any other claim that Harry have won. I did not come across it, but as far as I'm concerned, the complaints that Harry have made to them, they just ignore. Okay, Harry lost all of them. So I have known about this. So for other people who were not paying attention, it's the Clarkson one that seems to to let them aware. And this is the thing where I said the UK, the elites, they create all bases. All right, this is another base for them. Okay, so where their buddies, they put it there as a figurehead, meaning the IPSO, as a figurehead to pretend to be there to resolve the people's issues. But instead, it's just another station, okay, to back the elite in the UK. All right, so let's feed. Double trouble for IPSO. The sham press regulator is contending with two crises at once. The very limited authority of the UK press industry's term watchdog is under assault from its members, vividly exposing the contradictions in its makeup right behind Cape Cod. Okay. The Independent Press Standard Organization, or IPSO, the so-called press self-regulators operated by the big UK newspaper companies for their own benefit, is suffering a double crisis. On the one hand, it appeared to be paralyzed in the face of its biggest ever case involving the Sun and Jeremy Clarkson notorious column about Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and on the other, one of IPSO's smallest member publication, the Jewish Chronicle, is making a mockery of its authority and of its claim to uphold journalistic standard. Such challenges were inevitable given the basic dishonesties that have underpinned IPSO since it was established in defiance of the Leveson Inquiry recommendation 9 years ago. I was just about to say, when did they open it? This is the thing. Those people are really paying attention. The elite people, they are paying attention. They want to run rampant without any accountability. So when they see something that's gonna ruin their their lawless kind of behavior, so they quickly create another base to back them up when something like that happens. So, and they put the trust on the people, and the people trust them, so they create that. So when it goes to this particular organization, I don't know, for people to somewhat feel something, I don't know. Okay, a regulator designed not to regulate, as IPSO is bound to come a cropper. Okay, Jeremy Clarkson and the Sun. And a couple weeks ago, Brian Capecott bought something, meaning like a tweet. He tweeted something about what's going on with Jeremy Clarkson thing, and I responded to it. I was like, I was wondering the same thing, because I did mention him on one of my videos, and then I came across Brian Capecott's tweet mentioning it, and I was surprised. I wasn't and the only one who stopped talking about it. All right, and I think I shared in one of the videos. Okay, so now he's following up to that particular tweet. So he wrote an article about it. Okay, Jeremy Clarkson and the Sun. This week it will be 6 months. Wow, time flies. 6 months since the Sun provoked an explosion of public outrage by publishing Clarkson article railing against Meghan Markle. You may recall that, among other things, he declared that he dreamed of seeing her paraded naked through the street and pelted with excrement. A country that often appears deeply divided about Prince Harry's wife suddenly seemed almost united in revulsion. Okay? It seemed almost united. The thing is that, remember, it's the, the tabloid. Again, back to IPSO, the tabloid, the media, who's making that outrage as if everybody in the UK hate Meghan. Okay? But it's not. So when this came out, a lot of people speak up, and I hope more people keep on speaking up. Put these elite people who claim to be some sort of authority of moral, okay, put them, set them straight. Don't just let them sit quietly and do their nonsense. All right, people need to speak out. Okay, a country that often appears, okay, deeply divided. It seems like, that's what he's saying, it seems like divided about Prince Harry's wife suddenly seemed almost united in revulsion. MPs of all parties complained to the Sun until the article was taken down, while no fewer than 25,100 people reported the case to IPSO in the hope that it will do something. And this is why Harry never go to them anymore. And then you have this other guy who's complaining that Harry is almost, I'm paraphrasing now, like being a baby. He's disrespecting the institution of the law, and he's using the system, the court system, to his own benefit. So Harry doesn't go to these people anymore. Okay? So this is why Harry went to the court to sue them. Alright, that is about the MGN. There is nothing unusual about an IPSO complaint taking months to grind its way to a system that is intended not to be public friendly. In fact, the average time taking over any complaint is about 6 months, though it must first get through organizations' ruthless triage of arrangement, which 98% do not. But so much public engagement on this issue, it prompted the most complaints ever received about a single article. You might have expected IPSO to get a move on, but no. Half a year have passed and all we have is silence. Okay, there is clearly a blockage, a standoff either within IPSO itself or between IPSO and the newspaper, and the stake on both sides are high. I think it's because of the lawsuit that's going on. They want to wait after it happened to see what it... Anyway, the complaints body knows that to clear the Sun of wrongdoing and so flagrant, a case will be the equivalent of taking out advertisement on... There's the thing. Hurt them where it hurts, the pocket. Alright, the complaints body knows that to clear the Sun of wrongdoing and so flagrant a case will be the equivalent of taking out advertisement on national television announcing that IPSO is useless and nobody should ever bother complain to it again. This Harry saw the thing. This is why Harry's on court. He never goes there to them anymore. He did many times go to them, complain. They never agree with him. So now he used the court. For people who work there, that might be too much to hear. At the same time, the entire corporate national newspaper industry, not just the Sun, but the Mail, Mirror, Express, Time, and Telegraph, will be furious if IPSO rules, as it has been asked to, that the article breached the clause of Code of Conduct that relates to discrimination. Alright, there's the thing regarding Prince Harry in court. These papers scarcely acknowledge that discrimination can exist in journalism, or at least in the journalism they publish. They appear to consider in their sacred right to abuse women, ethnic minorities, LGBTQ plus people, travelers, and whoever else they dislike. That's why when they were designing IPSO, they placed the bar for discrimination so high that only twice in 9 years of its organization existence has a newspaper been found to have done it. 10 of thousands of complaints have failed. There's the thing. This self-awarded license to discriminate, and there's the thing. This is what I'm saying. It's like they create this buffer so they could run rampant to do whatever they want. Yeah, that's exactly that. This self-awarded license to discriminate incidentally has the commercial advantage for the papers that is protect professional shark merchants such as Clarkson, who generate millions of lucrative clicks in a way that Reason Opinion never could. So it is easy to see why IPSO is stuck. Whether the paralysis is internal or whether the complaint body is at loggerhead directed with Rupert Murdoch's company has not made public, but the long delay is surely eating away at what little credibility the organization may still claim. The 25,100 people who complained, most of them doubt unaware of IPSO dubious history. There's the thing. I've been saying this. Yeah, they have a history of ignoring and not, ruling properly. And this is why Harry never used them again. And this is why Harry's making noise in the court. Because if they had at least give Harry, a one or twice kind of a win, maybe Harry will not go to the court. But it's every single one of them, at least the ones that I come across. And the hundreds of thousands more who were outraged by the article will have expected more than silence. A word of caution, this may be a David of Goliath contest with IPSO in the role of David, but it will be unwise to invest hope in the underdog. If IPSO was eventually to uphold any of the complaints against the Sun, no reaction will flow as a result. In particular, the editor who published the article, Victoria Newton, and the writer Jeremy Clarkson will suffer no consequences and will be free to continue acting as badly as they choose. There's the thing. This is the thing that I said. Alright, so the link of this will be in the description. This looked like another piece. The Jewish Chronicle. You know what? Let's do it because it's not that long. The Jewish Chronicle. As if that were not bad enough for IPSO, it is also contended with the reopening of the painful old wound. Its most wayward member publication of recent years, the Weekly Jewish Chronicle, has once again been indulging in journalistic abuses too gross for even IPSO to ignore. This is a big problem because the Chronicle was supposed to be a success story for IPSO, an advertisement for its softly nudge and wink approach to press regulation. It turns out, embarrassingly, that this doesn't work even when directed at a tiny publication on the margin of the national press. It is 18 months since IPSO was forced into a corner after reckless journalism by the Jewish Chronicle led to a welter of libel settlement and a remarkable tally of 34 identified breaches of the IPSO Code of Conduct. Victims of these abuses publicly demand that IPSO launch a standard of investigation, a formal step that will have involved actual regulation, scrutinizing the chronicles of operation in detail, and producing a formal report identifying necessary changes like finding a discrimination. However, this is something that, though it may appear possible, IPSO was actually designed not to do. The bar for investigation is set so high that not one has ever occurred. Inevitably, IPSO ducked out of conducting a standard investigation and announced instead that it had provided some training to Chronicle staff and will monitor the newspaper's conduct. I don't know. From now on, it's just, oh, there's more, but that's it. What they need to do is just call those people to court, okay? Until, I don't know, it's the court system. I'm telling you, the court system is the only thing, the only strength that the UK has right now, because everything else, forget it. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. I read that already, the comment. Next one, okay, is a tweet. Okay, the Daily Fail is literally saying that Kate was the last person. Oh, this should come later on. Okay, let me move it back. I think I have another tweet regarding this, but let's move it back. I want to focus on some of the, okay, so maybe some of the leftover things that I have are probably, okay, let's see here. Maybe I thought I had more articles. I'll come to this later, but there's something brewing regarding Kate. Okay, so there's this here. Oh, okay. Brexit cited as major concern as U.S. business confidence in Britain drops. U.S. business confidence in the UK has fallen for the third consecutive year, with the fallout from Brexit being cited as one of the main reasons. Okay, so this is James O'Brien, the radio presenter. All right. In my humble opinion, one of the goals that the US and the UK had in mind after Brexit with the Trump administration, in my humble opinion, what I thought they were gonna do to counter the EU was for the US and the UK to team up together to create their own system. This is what I thought, but again, the 2020 election messed that up. Okay, now you see Trump is in trouble, Boris is in trouble because they were doing some crazy stuff. Alright, but their plan did not work. It backfired a little bit, and the US is hanging on a string still because we have the 2024 election coming up, and those Trump people, the Republican, are still fighting. And the UK, I don't know. The only thing that I see that is somewhat working in a normal or the way it should is the court. To a certain extent, it's just the court. But everything else, every institution, every organization, every place of confidence that the people will put a trust in the UK, it's not there. Alright, so let's get back to the original recording. Let's see here. However, I'm sure US health, I responded to that. I'm sure US health insurance companies will be happy to step still and relieve the NHS of its burden. Yep. I know she's joking, or he is joking, and there's me. He responded, oh yeah, I've warned the UK of our wonderful healthcare system if you have money to throw away. Yeah. Now, I spoke about this many times before, so I'll leave the link here. This is for more people into business kind of thing. It's not that long, but I'll leave it for you guys to check out. Okay, I can even read it. So anyway, so that's that. Next one. Oh, this one looks like I messed up on the I have to search for the keywords. Alright, so there's that one. I did share that one on my community board as well. Okay, the media was crying because this is the headline they wanted for Harry when he was on the stand. May all the plaintiffs prevail. Look at the headline and look at the lead. Soap star Nikki Sanderson breaks down and leaves court in tears after end of traumatizing questioning. So, yeah, so this is the headline. What she's saying, this is something like that they wanted for Harry. But Harry took it like a trooper. Alright, Prince Harry trial, latest Harry first senior royal to take witness stand. I mean, this is old, but they make it seem like Harry was the one who was being questioned. All right, Prince Harry is giving evidence at the High Court. I mean, that was last week. Harry's done. Harry's in the US. He's at the Warriors game. Okay, all those lies about how he burst into tears, puff. Yep, exactly. There's this. And what was it? Angela Levine was on TV, was saying, oh, like Harry should not consider, he's not gonna get soft question, you know, he never experienced things like that, he should just drop it. Oh my God, the craziness that's in the UK.
Completely unwise. I think when he says that this is going to be his life's work, it's even worse, because I think it's tragic. I think he's also arrogant, so it's a terrible mixture together. He won't be able to answer all the questions and the attacks he's going to get from these top lawyers. He's had nice, soft interviews with people who don't want to upset him in case he walks out or tells them to go. So he hasn't got the experience. It's also extremely negative. His whole life now seems to be negative, going right back into the past. His mother's death is going to blame them for that, not taking into account that she didn't have a safety belt on or that the driver was drunk. You know, it's just one way of thinking. Also about Chelsea Davy, his girlfriend before her. He said they ruined that relationship. I mean, that's 13 years ago.
But if they broke the law and hacked his phone, he's not wrong to be angry or upset about that. The question is, should he be public about it?
No, that he shouldn't be public about it. He can get as angry as he likes, but it's not going to help him, particularly if he has mental health issues. He needs to be kind to himself. He needs to be positive. He needs to look to the future. He's got a wife he still absolutely adores. He's got 2 children, a beautiful home with 16 bathrooms and a swimming pool and a tennis court and all that. It won't ever wipe it out, but it'll enable him to feel positive and have confidence in himself, instead of which he's just a moaning, groaning individual.
All right, agree completely. From what I read of her testimony, she went through some things because of those tabloids boss stewards. She was courageous standing up to MGN's arrogant lawyer who called. Okay, I didn't come across, I'm telling you, they're not reporting any of this, all right, who calls some of her experiences trivial, the nerve. Okay, once again, I would recommend that those media folks refer to J.R. Mohwender essay in The New Yorker. Our Ginger Avenger was tortured and hazed and still had a retort for his tormentors. The so-called beast had no fangs. Harry is the true, what is that? Okay. Sky headline, should read Mirror Group trial. Suggests a look at the timeline. There's this Twitter account. Person has been live tweeting. So this person have been tweeting about it. Okay, person have live tweeting ongoing testimony inside the courtroom. Who is that? Okay, someone I need to follow. Okay, let's follow this person. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Tweets. Reply. Okay, this is something I need to come back to. Okay, let's see here. June 19th, 2022. So that's old. Okay, when I have time, I'll come back to this. I don't know what this is all about, but this is something I need to come back to. All right, Brexit. What was the thing? The media. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. I thought there were more interesting things that I put on the list. It was throughout the day I was adding to the list. Some of them were on my phone. All right, so let me just go over this. It seems like I did put that on the list. I'm sorry, Prince Harry was living in the pits before he married Meghan. During an interview in 2014-2015, where he jokingly admitted to not being able to stand straight up in some parts of the cottage because the ceiling were too low. Now look, everyone say thank you, Meghan. All right, so there he is here. My goodness. Eating out there. Look at the dog. And now this is that. And then they piss about it. That how dare him have this. He's not supposed to have that. My goodness. I mean, when you look at things in certain perspective, you have the freaking whole world and one person wants to own it. This is why God gave us an expiration date. Because humans are too greedy, selfish. This is really nice. And it's not cheap. You have to be able to work and maintain this. Pay tax on it. All right? I'm still shocked and appalled by his living condition before he met Meghan. All right? Meghan's house in Toronto was bigger than the shack Harry lived, and imagine that. Dog sitting on the couch and all of that. Yep. Bright. You could feel the different atmosphere. Look how bright it is. Dog sitting on the couch. I don't know. There's no way I'll have the dog. No way the dog will be sitting on the couch. Well, there she is. They put things on the thing for them to sit on. But those pups, they know where all the comfort places in the house, especially cats. If you have cats, they know all the comfortable places. Okay, thank you, Meghan. And people thought he was living large, lol. And people are saying he and Meghan should have been grateful to being given the servants' quarters as, quote, a wedding gift. My goodness. And then Chuck decided, nope, it's too much for them. It's too much for them. He took it away, and they're supposed to live within a quarter within the institution, the palace, whatever palace they wanted. Okay, before marrying Meghan, there's this here. After marrying Meghan, there's this here. Okay, marrying Meghan. There's that. This is account. I mute. Who's that? Upgrade. Upgrade. Okay, the Brits are having a hard time understanding that Harry is basically a modern day incarnation of Cinderella. Okay, Meghan upgraded Harry's entire life. That's for sure. Hey, it takes two. Those two people got together, fell in love, got married, have two beautiful children. I hope them all the blessing going to them, coming straight from our Heavenly Father, forever and always. That's for sure. There's this. Alright, so they're talking more about the Warriors game. Look at them. Oh, I have on oh my god, this one doesn't. I have on Baron's channel this afternoon. Earlier yesterday after that, and I was starting to fall asleep, and then I just turned off my phone. Right, there's this here. That's Joe Diva. Pissy Morgan can't mention Meghan's name for over 2 months. He's going to explode. There's that. Yep. I keep on seeing this commercial. There's this here. Boom. Okay, good. Now he can focus on his show. I don't even think this will last long. There's that. Whatever. Alright, so let's move on. I don't know. There was another video. Okay, there she is here wearing that blue thing. I didn't put it on my thing on the list, but the way they dress, I'm not a fashion person, but okay. Next one. There's this here. Now we come into this. So it seems like they're trying to create some stuff to get rid of her. They realize that she's not going anywhere, so they're plotting. That's the word, plotting against her. The Daily Fail is literally saying that Kate was the last person to be seen wearing some of the missing 80 million pound jewelry without actually saying it. Instead, they pretend it's just an innocent list of Kate's top jewelry moments. Let's see here. Buckingham Palace is refusing to explain why approximately 80 million pounds worth of gifted jewelry is not being held in a trove of national heritage. The 11 pieces of jewelry have been worn by Queen Elizabeth II, Camilla, the Queen Consort, and Catherine, Princess of Wales. Amongst the missing pieces is a set of aquamarine jewelry, 4 brooches, and 6 necklaces, and a Cartier necklace, the Nizam of Hyderabad. The necklace contained emerald and brilliant cut diamonds, which was given to Queen Elizabeth II by Indian Prince Mir Osman Ali Khan, the last ruler of I hope I'm pronouncing this properly, Hyderabad, as a wedding gift in 1947. The Royal Collection Trust confirmed the pieces are not in their custody. Official gifts are not the personal property of the member of the royal family who received them, but may be held by the sovereign in right of the crown or designated in due course as part of the royal collection. The spokesperson said the Buckingham Palace spokesperson declined to comment on the current owner or whereabouts of the jewelry. Whatever. All I know is Meghan is not there, so they don't point finger. Okay, 80 million pounds that were official gifts to the royal family are not held in a trove of national heritage. The jewelry, which has been worn by Queen Elizabeth II, Camilla, the Queen Consort, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, are not contained in the royal collection, the custodian of culturally significant items held in trust for the nation. The pieces include a set of aquamarine jewelry, 4 brooches and 6 necklaces, including the extraordinary Cartier necklace of emerald and a brilliant cut diamond worth at least 40 million pounds given to the late Queen by an Indian prince. Alright, so there's that here. I'm not gonna click on it. It's not a screenshot. The time when Kate Middleton has been trusted with the royal family's most iconic heirlooms. There's this here. Wow, looks like they're about to blame her for it. Let me keep my opinion to myself. Let me just read. Surely the jewel can be legitimately kept elsewhere but remain on the inventory as property of the nation. Out on loan. Okay, surely no, completely different security arrangement, insurance implication, not to mention they're not available for public display. That's not how state property works. Okay, the Guardian and the Daily Mail, they're talking about 2 different jewelry collections. The Queen's personal collection, now inherited by the King. The Daily Mail article highlight a lot of those personal pieces. The Guardian is referencing the Royal Collection Trust. Alright, so pretty much there's something they're brewing, as if this is not the only like article and stuff that's coming about pointing to Kate here. I doubt it. You know, like I said, let me not put my opinion in here. Next one. Alright, so there's that. TikTok user reveal how real Meghan Markle behaves away from public. I guess this was the one that I was looking for, and I thought I didn't put it. Alright, so let's see here. She's here below. Is that her here? Let me listen to this. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. A lady on TikTok talking about her experience working as a servant at a restaurant that Meghan and friend visited while she was pregnant. Her co-worker, who acted as the main server for their private section, said that, quote, she is one of the nicest person being I ever met. Alright, so 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
They did have to walk through the restaurant to get to the PDR. So yes, everybody saw her, but that's where the PDR was. You had no choice. Once they were all in the PDR, the doors were closed. Directly outside the PDR was a la carte dining section. And in that section was her security detail, because you could see directly into the private dining room, so you could see who was going in and out. And also people from the restaurant group and other people we knew we could sit back there and trust, because they didn't give a shit Meghan Markle was here. I was originally supposed to be the main server, but the firm, I think, can't confirm that, but I think it was the firm. They wanted me to sign an NDA. I refused. And so I became the second, which means that I would just go into the room to help assist, serve, clear, if drinks need to be dropped off, wine poured, whatever. Every time I was in the room.
That's why they wanted her to sign something, not to talk about it, because so they could create their own narrative. So she didn't sign it. There she is. She's free to talk.
Everything that I heard, saw, experienced firsthand, she is lovely, respectful, kind, was just having dinner with her friends. That's it. Like any one of us. It's not newsworthy at all. I guess it's newsworthy because people have this preconceived notion about her.
Preconceived notion that the tabloid put out there. That's not true. What they wanted people to feel toward Meghan. So there she is. She has the first encounter. She's explaining her experience.
Nothing that I experienced was like that with her. She was great. Always please and thank you. Always eye contact. Always engaging. Having a really great time with her friends in this private room. So she had no excuse to be anything other than herself, because she was now in a safe environment.
Yep.
And so I saw, in my opinion, what I feel was the real Meghan. She was just alone with her friends. And I was a bit of a fly on the wall, and I thought she was fantastic. The night ended, she left, she said goodbye to all of us. I did say to my colleague after, everything was said and done, what did you think of her? Since he was the main person in the room and he spent a significant amount of time in there. He said to me, Krista, I gotta tell you, she's one of the nicest human beings I have ever met in my life. Not celebrity, not civilian, doesn't matter. Totally the nicest human I have ever met in my life. He couldn't stop raging about her. So maybe everybody needs to back off a little bit and give her a little bit of grace, because she's really lovely.
That's nice. Okay, let's see here. I have always been on her side. I have never believed the British media. They seem vengeful and hateful. I felt she has always been a good person. Right? Like I said, I never follow her, but you never hear a damn thing about her in the US. I don't know about Canada, but in the US, nothing. So this is what got my attention. So why all of a sudden, of high profile institution like this, for someone, especially a black American have a lot of discipline if you are at that high level. Believe me, there's always one. Okay, I'm not saying every black person is respectful or anything like that. There's always some, fall off the wagon sometime. But there is absolutely no way for Meghan, a black person, to marry into the royal family the way they were describing her attitude, her behavior, her personality to be that way. There is absolutely no way. Okay? Majority of African American have a lot of respect and understand. But if you cross them, that's where it ends. Okay? If you mess with them, then they'll show you the other side. But the first initial reaction, the first initial meeting, you're gonna see the nicest of the nice. There is absolutely no way Meghan will be what the tabloid is. I mean, the UK seem like they cannot live in peace. They have to have some sort of a drama going on. This is what fueled them. They need drama. But Meghan was not giving them any of that, so they created. We already know how she behaved away from public. Her co-workers, volunteer, classmate, etc. already told us the type of person she is. Truly a nice, caring person. Yeah, everyone and anyone who has worked or met Meghan only have positive things to say about her. Yay. I love that my stellar judge and character remain intact. I sincerely hope the waitress doesn't suffer any harassment for telling the truth of what sane people already know. Sane. Why people who know her, who've worked with her, have only good things to say about her. That's a fact. Alright, so there's that. So let's move on to the next. Did I go into... I'll click on that article. You guys could read it, okay? So the video pretty much says enough for me. Alright, but if you want to read this, I'll leave the link for you. Next tweet. And Harry told us, what is it? Harry told us, the value. I'll put the clip. I hope when I'm editing, I remember the section that I'm thinking of, where Harry said her values and like you have known him well enough that the woman that he chose to be his wife have the same value as him. I'm paraphrasing. I might mess up a little bit, but I'll put the clip here.
I also know that you've come to know me well enough over all these years to trust that the woman I chose as my wife upholds the same values as I do. And she does. And she's the same woman I fell in love with.
Yeah, so Harry said, this is the nicest person you ever met, in a way. So he's not gonna, what he saw of Meghan, what he experienced of Meghan, is not what the tabloid is saying. So therefore, he has to leave. Alright? Because there's no way he's gonna let that one go. Alright? Next tweet. Kate really effed up when she overshadowed Chuck and came at their little flower party. Yeah, so that was a couple weeks ago. There was supposed to be somewhat of a surprise visit of Charles to some garden, okay, and then apparently they set Kate up to do some engagement on the same day. And what I've said about this is that someone purposely make that arrangement. Someone knew Chuck was doing something, and then they set Kate on the same day as well. So Chuck, got overshadowed, whatever, but they're probably still upset about that. So that's what she's making reference to. All right, so this is the thing I think I read already. Yeah, I read that already. You could pause your screen and read it, and that as well, same thing. All right, so the squad is making reference to it. Right, the Daily Fail is literally saying that Kate was the last person to be seen wearing some of the missing 80 million pound jewelry without actually saying. Instead, they pretend it's just an innocent list of Kate's top jewelry moment. So there's that here. These folks dripping and non-stop drama. That's what I'm saying. It's like they cannot live without creating some nonsense. Alright, I love it. I'm so naive to the intrigue. Where the pieces really stolen to break down and put on a black market. Just gonna wear them around the house or sitting in the garden if you can't wear them out in public now. Or did Kim snatch them and just blame Kate? I'm trying not to say a damn thing. The onslaught is unrelenting. I'd even venture to say her family going to the wedding was a setup to give visibility to this round of media scrutiny. Yep. Camilla, that what she's making reference to is that Jordanian wedding where William was like chop telling Kate to hurry up or something like that. You didn't really see it, but there was a video someone was recording in the background. Way back, you'll see her mother. Okay, Camilla has the jewelry and just set Kate up to take the fall. I'm not saying a damn thing. I am not saying a damn thing in that. I'm just reading this. Okay, is this going to be a reason for the divorce? Again, I'm not saying a damn thing there. And little did that the husband of hers doesn't know they isolating him as well. So let me leave that alone. The knives are out. These people are going to plant the jewelry on the uncle. Bet. Yet. I mean, what would he be doing? Well, again, let me not question. Okay, yep. It was only a matter of time. Nah, still not the same level of onslaught heaped on Meghan. Come on, Rhoda and Chuck, you can certainly do better. Okay, royal thievery and action. Maybe she is just ensuring her finance for when divorce comes soon. Let me not say a damn thing. Alright, there's more comment, but let me move on. This is where my opinions stay, because joining them to onslaught on Meghan, that's her baggage right there. Okay, I saw this when I came on Twitter this morning, and I can't wait for the scandal to burst wide open. There's a laugh. Can happen to a more deserving couple. This is why the toxic media has been spreading lies about Harry and Meghan's marriage being in trouble. Alright, now staff members has come forward with some really shocking allegation. This reminds me of the bullying thing. Yeah, this person claimed that Kate Middleton has been subject to emotional and verbal abuse by her husband, Prince William. Look at her face. The guy in the back. I mean, this guy have nothing in his head, but what can he be lecturing? But when too empty-headed. Oh, look at her face afterward. Her face changed. Do all of this for tiaras and all of this. Now they're blaming her for tiaras. Wow. Wow. I don't know what was said here, but her face expression changed. William grew up with all these people. It may not be the exact people, but those people working in the palace. He's used to them being around for saying, behaving the way that he is. But I just don't see. Nah, it's good that Meghan is out of there. There's no way. Okay, do you think her dresser and makeup team hates her, or is that just her natural disposition? Okay, both. Those photos are old. I remember seeing them before Harry and Meghan married. Okay. They are from my collection. She said they are from my collection. That's actually a very lovely dress she's wearing, so I instantly knew it was an old picture. She will never wear a style like that today. Okay, she needs a bra. This kind of stress will age her faster than smoking, excess sun, and drinking. She needs to learn a new normal before she loses her looks. One thing she has going for her, still no tears for her. Alright, that ship has already sailed for her, I'm afraid. Kate looks like she's 48 or 50 easily. I wonder if this Kate fighting back over the bed press with her parents, or if the palace knew this story was coming and went on the offensive with the militant. Festive look, they say. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so I'm done with what did I just do? Okay, I'm telling you, these links are not working well for me today. All right, next tweet. So there's Harry here regarding the Warriors game. Prince Harry is out and about. It's giving relax. It's giving healthy and happy. It's giving dad of 2 and happy husband. There's this. Let's look at some of the pictures. I'm saying, if you guys are not aware, there's other Positive Sussex Squad channels out there. Because yesterday I was watching, is it Sussex Royal or Royal Sussex? One of those with Baron. Okay. He was talking about it. I'm telling you, he was having fun in that podcast. I cannot go live. I cannot do live streaming for you guys because I said too much, and many of the things that I said when I'm recording, I need to verify. And then for me to take time to go search, it's gonna take forever. So that's why I rather record, and then whenever you stumble on my videos, you stumble on them, because I say a lot of things that I read years ago. For some reason, when I'm recording, sometime come back to me and I need to verify them again. All right, I cannot do live stream. So check the ones who could do live stream, like Baron. He was having a blast on that live stream. All right, there's this here. Let me pause. Prince Harry watching the gold medal watch of sitting volleyball between SOCOM versus USA Warrior Games Challenge. Okay, 40 seconds.
Stronger and better. So no, they're not going to roll over for SOCOM. They're going to fight all the way through, and you know, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the teams to click.
And our special guest in the house for the gold medal match, the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, enjoying sitting volleyball action here at the Warrior Games Challenge.
Yep.
Good to see him here. Part of the Invictus Games. Many of our athletes here competing will be heading over to the Invictus Games later on in the year.
Yep.
Stronger and better. So
let's keep in mind, and I think I wrote that on the on Baron's post, and I was like, let's not forget, I think it was the Warriors game he visited that gave him the idea of the Invictus. Okay. And for some of you who are new, I have another channel that's called Our Part of Service, where I highlight a lot of charities. I need to actually record some. I did 2 recordings last week and next week that's coming up, and I need to do one. I like to be a couple days in advance, so because this past week I was very busy with a lot of recording with the court thing. And I still need to read that. All right, so let's read some of the comment. Okay, it's also giving happily away from a toxic mess of a press and the cult masquerading as a family. Thank you. It's giving happy to be away from wifey. Not really. All right, it's giving why and the living F are you under my post with your BS. I'm telling you, these people they do not know peace. Why they even mentioning his wife here? Alright, this is time to black, that's all. Alright, this is someone that I black, so I'm not even gonna bother. And what way is he a traitor? Servicing 10 years in British military, raising to the rank of captain, 2 tours in Afghanistan, injured veteran was the reason he came up with the idea of Invictus game. Love. Okay, I need more details of why he's a traitor. I don't know, and he's giving them a good service. The thing that he said in court last week regarding the tabloid, what it's doing to their democracy, so he's still fighting for the little people, but they don't see that. All right, yet it does. All right, Prince Harry, there's the fist bump. All right, let's go to the next tweet. These people, I don't know. Well, then again, it could be paid trolls. Next one, there's that one here. How dare Harry attend the Warrior Games and sit near American troops like he's some VIP? Don't they know he no longer represents the crown and therefore irrelevant? And where was Meghan? I bet she's somewhere plotting to overthrow our monarchy. His Majesty the King must remove their title. I'm telling you, Joe Diva. Okay, they are in a meltdown mode now. I share a post and here they come with bunker articles, etc. Damn, they are really crazy. How are you going to be in a bunker and fly an Apache helicopter? Right, let's go into that. They're such a dumbass, shaking my ass. I says it all as far as the sycophant and the monarchy cult are concerned, doesn't it? If you don't represent the crown, you are irrelevant. My goodness. Alright, this is just in. There's that. How can I hate this baby and love this baby at the same time? Alright, there's the score. Can't help but laugh at this fool. Alright, there's the loving eye. Baby getting righteous run this past weekend. This past week, there's the laugh. Okay, this is Harry dancing and their faces. They are probably wondering why he wasn't deported and must be incensed. He's at a US military event. There's the laughing. The baby is back. Ha ha ha. They are crying again. Alright, not the crying baby. It's hilarious. Oh, I forgot the post. I forgot about this. Yes, whenever she's making her mockery of the UK, she posts that. Okay, also derangers. Why is Harry alone? See, the rumors are true that she wants to divorce him. Okay, this emoji kills me every time I see it. Okay, I want to know where to find this GIF. Sound just like them. Type crying baby. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. I'm almost done and I need to read more of the what is it? His witness statement. Alright, so there's this one here. There's Joe Diva again. Not some derangers coming into my DM asking me what's a deranger and threatening to sue me. Chill. Child. Alright, let's see here. When you call me, she blocked the name here. When you call me a deranger, what did you mean exactly? Only ask as I am confused, so please explain. Oh, of course, seeing your profile, you are a Meghan Cole fan, and as I did not agree with you. You felt the need to slag me off. Please explain what you mean as I am taking a legal action on those who slander me. Well, you don't know what it is, but you know how to take legal action. You're asking what it is, but yet you're already planning on taking legal action. Okay, oh, of course, seeing your profile, you are a Meghan Cole fan. Okay, so this is the thing here. I've already won one case, so please go ahead and explain as you know me so well. Oh my God, opinion or coverage by the First Amendment and do not constitute slander. Okay, even stranger, she's obviously British, so how is she going to serve me the legal papers? There's this here. The Salty Island derangers process of serving legal papers to America. This is funny. Alright, how about when they slander Meghan's name and lie about her all day? They don't practice the golden rule, right? I don't respond to any DMs. Okay, I blocked her. Talk to the hand, blocked. Okay, so there's that exactly. Spouting a bunch of nonsense. Maybe she, he, it should try Google. Okay, should try Googling. They come pretty close. Alright, tier 1 comes up with responsibilities. LOL, those people are always making stuff up. Okay, they could just Google. Hey, you see that where the mindset is. Peanut brain. Next tweet. Alright, so there's this here. Her mother and grandmother, Meghan. There she is here. I'm sure her grandmother is up there with Princess Diana working hard to make sure they protect Harry. There's Miss Doria. Lovely. Kissing her grannies with all three. So she must be the one that Meghan and Miss Doria was helping and the others didn't even bother helping her. What is it? I came across an old tweet where the neighbor was talking about it was Miss Doria and Meghan that used to come and help her. Okay, she has lovely grandmothers that most likely love her dearly. Why cut the family off? Okay, why cut the families off? I mean, look what the living ones. Okay, just look at the living ones, what they've done to her.
That may have been one of the things that upset her, and of course the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
If your family had decided to gang up together, lie on for 7 years, try to sabotage your wedding, character, insult your kids, what the hell will you do? I'm telling you. Yeah, she has lovely grandmothers, but the living ones, the ones that are living, breathing, including her father, team up, lie on national television about her. You mean for her to stay there? To keep them in her life? Oh my goodness. Meghan and Doria helped take care of both of them. There's the thing that I was saying. Okay? So Meghan and Miss Doria were the one who was taking care of the grandparents. Okay, these are very sweet, lovely. Okay, oh my gosh, how gorgeous. And British media want us to believe that Meghan did not acknowledge her African roots of the family. All right, next tweet. And this is my last one. And then I'm going to read some part of the witness statement. Okay, okay, that's a GIF. Let someone give me $170,000 monthly allowance. I will delete social media apps off my phone. That man would have had to worry about me posting a thing, and I wouldn't mess up that bag. His business and my business. He'll send me $20,000 and I mute. Come on now, girl. So I don't know who she's making reference to. There must be something out there. Okay, who's that? Come on, mom, mental health advocate, award-winning journalist, media marketing strategist. Okay. I don't know who she's making reference, but some of the comments were hilarious. Okay, what? Who y'all talking about? This, right? Everybody was like, I'll shut my mouth really quick. Just send me the money every month. Okay, listen. You won't hear shit out of me. I'm still trying to figure out why August Asina sung like a bird. Alright, so who's that? I'll look that up. So there's a name here. Okay, sung like a bird. I'm on trip. Okay, I'm on trips. Getting money a month, etc. And all I gotta do is keep quiet. Shit, lol. I will be like that Bush's baked beans dog. He ain't talking. Alright. And if anyone tried to ask me about him, I turn into Coswella. Alright, there's this. She is so mad she didn't get picked publicly. She messed up her bag. Alright, so let's look it up. I don't know who this person is. Who's that? Let's look at news. Okay, let's see if there's news about this. Okay, March 9. These are old. November. Who's that? August, a listener respond to Chris Rock's selective outrage Netflix special Jada joke. Okay, I don't know. So never mind. Alright, so that's it. Let's do a prayer. Alright, prayer for... I see my little... Yeah, let's just do a prayer. Because I need to read the witness statement while I have the energy. Prayer, let's do for protection. And let's put the word love and love. Okay. Okay, so there's nothing here. Let's read this one. Pray for protection. Lord, as I journey through each day, may your watchful eyes be upon me and your loving hand be my support. Safeguard my coming and going, not only today but I guess every day. Right, let's look for image. This one. Pray for protection. The light of God surrounds me. The Lord of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The mind of God guides me. The life of God flows through me. The laws of God direct me. The power of God abides within me. The joy of God uplifts me. The strength of God renews me. The beauty of God inspires me. Wherever I am, God is. Alright, so that's it. I've read this many times and some sweet videos, but that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I will be working on my Patreon, so you guys be on the lookout for that. And if you want to support me, all right, so that is it for now. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better